All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the sample writing assignment number 4, which is going to be similar to the actual writing assignment number 4 that will be due. So these are just similar problems. So that way you get an idea of how to complete that actual writing assignment number 4. And here you're going to explain in your own words how you would work each problem as you were explaining it to someone who has never seen it before. And keep in mind, all the work has to be shown in order to get full credit for it. So here, I'm just going to do the work there for problem number 1 and number 2. Problem number 1, you're going to use the Euclidean algorithm to find the GCD, or the greatest common divisor, 2001 and 6,837. Okay. So in problem number 1, on the sample writing assignment, we're finding the GCD of these numbers, 2001 and 6,837. Okay, the first thing you have to do there is take the larger number and divide that by the smaller number. So that 2001 will be your divisor. It's going to be divided into the bigger number, 6,837. And then we go from there. Now we're going to do long division, by the way. So we're going to divide 2001 into 6,837. By looking at this, this will go 3 times. And then we multiply the 3 times 2001, which will be 6,003. And then we subtract 6,003 from 837. You'll get a remainder of 834. And of course, we continue this process until we get a 0 remainder. And since we don't have a 0 remainder, what we're going to do here is take this remainder, which will become the new divisor, that will be divided into the old divisor, 2001, and do the division. 834 goes into 2001 2 times. And then we multiply 2 times 1,834, that will give me 1,668. And then I subtract 1,668 from 2001, which will be 333. And I still don't have a remainder of 0. So what I need to do here is take this 333, which is my remainder, that becomes the new divisor. That would be divided into the previous divisor, 834. And now we divide 333 into 834. That will go 2 times. Then I multiply 2 times 333, that would be 666. Now I'm going to subtract 666 from 134, that would give me 168. And I still have a remainder of 0. I still don't have a remainder of 0. So I'm going to take that remainder of 168, that becomes the new divisor. That would be divided into the previous divisor, 333. Now I need to divide 168 into 333. That's going to go only 1 time. And then 1 times 168 is 168. Subtract that from the 333, you'll get 165. And I still don't have a remainder of 0. So here, that 165, in this case, that's my remainder. That would be the new divisor. So I'm going to continue this over here. That should be 165, not 168. Okay, 165 is going to be the divisor. The 168 is going to be my dividend. So the 165 goes into my previous divisor, 168. Okay, so now divide 165 into 168. That goes one time. So 1 times 165 is 165. Subtract that from the 168, you'll get 3. The remainder is still not 0. So I'm going to take that 3, which is the remainder. That would be the new divisor divided by the previous, divided into the previous divisor, which is 165. So if I divide 3 into 16, that's going to go 5 times. 5 times 3 will be 15. Subtract 16 from 16 minus 15, that'll be 1. Bring down to 5. 3 goes into 15. Again, 5 times. 3 times 5 is 15. This time I have a 0 remainder. And once I get a remainder of 0, the last divisor that I used to get a 0 remainder would be the GCD. And in this case, this 3 is going to be the GCD of 2001 and 6,837. So the GCD of 2001 and 6837 is 3. And that's the final answer. Okay, so that was problem number 1, where you have to do this process until you get a 0 remainder. Once you get a 0 remainder, that last divisor, which is this 3, is going to be the GCD of those two numbers. Okay. Now, problem number 2 is this. Here we're going to use the fact that the LCM of A and B, and that's the two numbers in the parentheses, is equal to the product of A and B divided by the GCD of A divided by B. Okay. We're going to find the least common multiple of 72 and 540. Now, the hint that I'm giving you is to use the Euclidean algorithm to first find the GCD. Okay. So now, let me pull up this paper for problem number 2. In this case, we want the LCM of 72 and 540. Well, to do that, we're going to first find the GCD of those two numbers, 72 and 540. All right, so now, this is what we do. We take the 540, that would be my dividend. That's going to be divided by the smaller number, 72. So I'm going to do 72 into 540. Well, 72 into 540 goes 7 times. Then I'm going to multiply 7 times 72, which is in this case 504. And then I'm going to do 504 from 540. I'm subtracting those two. That's going to leave me with 36. And I still have a remainder. I still don't have a remainder of 0. So that means that 36 will be my new divisor. The previous divisor, 72, would go here. Okay. And now we're going to divide 36 into 72. That's going to go 2 times. And 2 times 36 is 72. Subtract 72 from 72, you're going to get a remainder of 0, which is what we wanted. And because of that, the last divisor that gave us the 0 remainder is the GCD of 72 and 540. All right, so we can say here that the GCD of 72 and 540 is 36. Okay. Now we know the GCD of those two numbers is 36. We can find the LCM. Now, you're told that the LCM of two numbers, A and B, is equal to A times B divided by the GCD of those two numbers, A and B. Now, in this case, we're going to let A be equal to 72 and B be equal to 540. Okay. So now the LCM, or the least common multiple of 72 and 540, will be equal to A times B. That's 72 times 540 divided by the GCD of 72 and 540. All right, now let's simplify this. Put this out. I'm going to multiply 72 times 540. That would give me 38,880. That's divided by the GCD of 72 and 540, which we found to be 36. So it'd be 3880 divided 38,880 divided by 36. And we'll end up with 1,080. So here, the least common multiple of 72 and 540 would be 1,080, okay, using that formula. Okay, so that should assist you with completing the actual writing assignment number 4, which is located on Canvas. And do feel free to contact me by email or stop by my office if you have any questions or concerns.